I can rap to this player shit like it's nothing, dawg. You afraid of the 1-on-1? Go get your crew involved. Stand on my own, I don't need a crew at all. I don't trust a single soul, keep my back against these walls. At 15, I woke up in the streets with nothing to eat. At 15, I sold crystal meth to a parents of 3.
Easter Deals, your favorite stoner, him so high. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the Smoke With Me Podcast, episode 2. Episode 2, man. First off, we're gonna start this podcast off like this. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. Very unexpected, bro. I mean, but then again, you know, that's life. That's life and death, bro. Life is unexpected. You know, it's unfortunate. Rest in peace to that man. A very high valued man. You know, a lot of people didn't like him for his comments and, well, not really comments, for like things, advice that he would give women. And yeah, some of the things may have been harsh, you know, kind of been a little messed up or whatever. Some of the things that he was telling them, the way he was saying it and presenting it or whatever. But let's be real, to me, he didn't really give them any bad advice. Like, what bad advice did he give any woman he talked to? He gave every woman he talked to actual good advice that they should take and use. Some of them probably did, most of them probably didn't. Who knows? Now, I'm not really a conspiracy person like that. Certain things I am, but overall aspect of I'm not really like, I don't question everything. You feel what I'm saying? So some things I do, a lot of things I don't. But here's a conspiracy theory that seems a little truthful to me, may have a little truth to it. So with Kevin Samuels, it's I seen somewhere. Shout out to Bandman Kevo, because it was on his YouTube. I seen it on his YouTube channel. Apparently, Kevin Samuels meets a young lady on the 4th of May. Come to find out, she's a nurse. The next day, May 5th, he has a heart attack. She apparently calls 911, tells him he's having a cardiac arrest or whatever the case is. But my thing is this. My thing also, to Bandman Kevo's point, you're a nurse. So, if you're a nurse, how the fuck are you just letting this man have a heart attack? That's a little iffy to me. I don't know about anybody else, but to me, that's a little strange. You let this man die? This man's having a cardiac arrest. You're a nurse and you're letting him die? Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. That was a little shaky right there. But nonetheless, man, rest in peace to that man. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. Like I say, bro, very stand-up dude. I had no issues with no advice he was giving anybody, because a lot of it was spot on, to be honest. A lot of people hated him. I think people hated him not because of necessarily what he was saying, but I think just simply because it was a lot of truth to what he was saying. So people, it's crazy, especially with females, with women. Women say, oh, I just want a man who's honest. I just want a man who tells me the truth. But then you get that man, or you find a man like, or you just come across a man like Kevin Samuels, who's going to give you the truth. He's going to give you that truth. Then you're not going to be able, but then you're not going to take it well. You're not going to respond to it well. You're going to get upset about what he told you because it's the truth and you don't want to own up to the truth. That's the problem with people. People don't like owning up to their truth. A lot of people would say men are more so men than women, but to be honest, I think it's women more so than men. To be honest, women don't really like living up to their truth, especially when a man is the one telling them the truth and like telling them like, look, this is the truth about you, and they don't like hearing it. If that man is right, they don't like hearing it, and they like build this discomfort and dislike and hatred for that man. And it's like you wanted him to tell you the truth, but then you get upset with him telling you the truth. Like, that's weird to me. It's never it's like it's kind of misleading. It's misleading. Women don't like when dudes mislead them, but you're saying you want a man that's honest, and when we're honest with you, you get upset about it. That's misleading. So I don't know, man. It's weird. I found it weird. The whole little thing, him meeting the nurse, and I found it all weird. But like I say, nonetheless, rest in peace to that man. But we got some things to talk about. Let's uh let's get into this no jumper situation, bro. It's been past couple weeks, it's been a lot of things surrounding no jumper and the members of no jumper. Uh, you know, More so recently they just had well, not they, AD. We all know AD and China had their situation. Not gonna really talk about that because it's done, it's old. It happened. Whatever happened needed to happen. It's done, it's over. We all know about that situation. So then they have more recently, after that, they just had their live show. I didn't have the pleasure of going, but it sounded like it was dope. Everybody was in good spirits about it. A lot of people came out. From what I hear, a lot of moms went, which is pretty interesting. Who knew a lot of moms out here watching No Jumper? That's pretty dope though. So then after the live show they have, Tuesday is the podcast show that they have. Adam wasn't there. AD wasn't there. Rail wasn't there. T Rail wasn't there. So they had Blasey and House Phone, running things, running the show. And their guest was Cmac. And they had Kazumi. I think she came like later on to the show. But then they had Cmac, and the energy was cool, I guess. It was all right. Then the energy went left. No pun intended. Energy went left. Things got awkward as fuck. I mean, I was watching it and I'm like, I'm I feel so weird right now. Like things are so the energy in that whole interview was off. It was off. Um, you know, as far as C Max comments, well, not even comments really, but what he was like, his demeanor towards Blasey and House Phone, like he wanted to fade them niggas and shit, talking about friendly fades and all that shit. And then he said it was a joke. He talked to AD and said it was a joke. But here's my thing with C-Mac, yo. I personally feel like C-Mac doesn't want to change who he is. And he doesn't have to. Nobody should have to change who they are at all. If that's who you are, that's who you are. Love it, live up to it. But also, you can also be who you are, but not change it up, but have a little more res. I wouldn't know how to, because I was gonna say respect, but it wouldn't really be respect either. I don't really know how to put it. I guess it would be more so like, look, you can be who you are to a certain extent when you want to get higher in your position in life. So like the way C-Mac is now, fuck all enemies, using certain words to diss enemies, the tattoos and everything like that. Then what he said to T-Rail on the show, honestly, I'm gonna be real, C-Mac's not gonna go far. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I fuck with C-Mac. I got love for that nigga. I wish he changed his whole shit. Like, not change the whole thing, because it's not a gimmick. That's one thing about people on the outside looking in, they think when they see C-Mac, they think it's just a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. That's who he is. That's like average. That's the average LA nigga. Like, that's the average LA nigga right there. Every time you see C-Mac, there is thousands and thousands more like that nigga in LA. That is the average LA nigga. So for people on the outside looking in, they think it's a gimmick. But for niggas who grew up here in LA, nigga, that's not a gimmick. That's who he is. But also, too, niggas who know that's who he is, niggas that know that's not a gimmick, we also know that's not gonna last that long. That's only gonna take you so far in life. Like, I don't know his plans, I don't know his goals, I don't know what he wants to do, what he wants to achieve, but me personally, it seems like he doesn't really have any goals. He doesn't really have anything he wants to achieve. He's like, nigga, it's just 5-5 crib. I'm making my increments, feeding the homeless, and that's what it is. That's what it seemed like with him. Like, it seems like that's his whole thing. Feeding the homeless, making his increments. But I don't see no goal. Like, what's the end game? Like, I don't see it. So, hold on, y'all. Hold up. I'm choking over here. Haven't even hit the weed yet. I'm over here choking and shit. Oh, my God. Sorry for that. I was not trying to turn this into a ASMR. But yeah, like I say with C-Mac, man, I don't see the end game. I don't know what his goal is, what his plan is. He needs one, though, honestly. Because me, personally, the way he's going, the path he's going down, he's still an active member of the streets. He's still an active nigga. Still dissing hoods and shit. Like you'll catch certain, like, even with T-Rail, right? A lot of people were upset with T-Rail because they were like, nigga, anytime you interview some of your Hoover niggas, you always bringing his name up and shit like that. And yeah, that is true. But look at how he talked about C-Mac. He never, not once, said, fuck that bitch ass nigga. Not once has Rail ever disrespected C-Mac. Anytime people ask him about C-Mac, he always say, oh, I think it's funny. It's funny. I have no way to feel about it. It's funny. I laugh at it. He also, I remember he did an interview with somebody and they was asking him, would you, since you're getting into the media space, getting into the interviewer space, would you ever interview C-Mac? And the nigga said, fuck no. I can't do anything with you with that fucking forehead tattoo. It is what it is, and that's true. But he also never disrespected him. Never called him out his name. Never did none of that. They bring somehow Rail's name and you know what? Rail's name, and people are getting on like Blasey and House Phone, but if you really think about it, they didn't even ask, like, they didn't bring his name up. Like, they were talking about the live show and how Rail was doing his thing and shit like that. So it's like, nigga, they didn't really bring it up. Even when they accidentally said Rail's name, you can see House Phone be like, oh, he kind of laughed like, oh shit, we shouldn't have said that nigga's name. They weren't even talking about it. Then when C-Mac is constantly asking Blasey, oh, what'd you say? What was their names? He says somebody, and it was like, oh, what was the other nigga name? Rail. Oh, you mean Scrawny Cuts? So it's like he was fishing for that. He was fishing for that. He wanted that. So a lot of people saying, oh, Rail is this, Rail is that. If you really truly think and look at the whole situation, not once has Rail ever disrespected that man. That nigga C-Mac was reaching, wanted that nigga Blasey to say his name again so he can disrespect that nigga. Now, granted, Blasey shouldn't have said, "Do you have anything you want to say to him?" Granted, he shouldn't have did that. That would be the only mark I would put on him in that whole situation. But other than that, them niggas really did nothing wrong. Cmac was being Cmac. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, you don't want to change who you are, but you need to tweak that shit. You need to tweak it a little bit, my nigga. Cause you just being C-Mac and you being who you are, you only gonna go so far. Then when your manager stop fucking with you and you try to find another one and they don't want to get involved or have anything to do with you because you don't want to tweak who you are a little bit, you only gonna go so far, bro. And it sucks to say that because you are a dope nigga. Now, granted, your music is trash. This is what it is. Music is terrible. I fuck with C-Mac. The music is trash. Music is trash. I don't know who the fuck is listening to that shit. This nigga he put out a video of they hood day. 5-5 day, May 5th is 5-5 day. This nigga put a video out of they hood day. His music was playing in the back. It looked like none of his homies wanted to hear that shit. They all looking around. Ain't nobody dancing. Ain't nobody moving. They all like, what the fuck? It is fucked up. It's fucked up. But, nigga, your music is not where it's... No, my nigga, this shit is terrible. What you need to do is... should have took Wax's advice and your ass should have became a comedian. Even with the forehead tat, your ass should have became a fucking comedian because you yourself, people already look at C-Mac as a gimmick already. So take that, put that shit on stage. Do some fucking stand-up comedy. Get you some writers. Help put the jokes and everything together. Construct the jokes right. Nigga, be a comedian. Because the music, no. Ain't nobody gonna... No. Nobody wants to hear that shit. And I can't even say it's your voice. Because there's a lot of niggas out here rapping and their voice sounds fucking terrible, but people fuck with the music. Case in point, Danny Brown. Hate that squeaky pitch voice, that nigga. That shit irks my nerves. But people love his music. So with C-Mac, it's not your voice. The music is just not good. It's just not that good at all. You need to become a stand-up comedian. That is your lane. That works for C-Mac. Me personally. That is what you need to do. So, even with that whole situation, I was getting off topic a little bit. But even with that shit, like with Rail, T-Rail said something about it the next day, I think Wednesday. And he was pretty much like, nigga, excuse me, this nigga was pretty much like, nigga, if C-Mac ever comes back on this platform, no matter what it is, as long as if it's a video and it says no jumper on the video and it comes out on the no jumper account pretty much, you will never see Rail back on no jumper. Now me, personally, I feel like he's in the right for that, to be honest. And the reason why is because, like I say, Tiny Cub bring up C-Mac name, but he never brings up his name in a disrespectful way. C-Mac was fishing for this nigga's name, and he said some disrespectful shit. Even on top of that, he fucking threatened the host, the goddamn host of the show, talking about take that goddamn smile off your face. It's not funny. And all that other shit, like, then the aggressive shit you doing with my whole, also too, like the aggressive shit with the females thing, like, my nigga, you gotta chill on that shit, bro. You gotta chill on that shit. You way too aggressive with women, my nigga. You gotta chill on that shit. Cause if not, next time we hear you going to jail, it's gonna be some bitch talking about, yeah, this nigga was grabbing me, doing some nigga, Stop being so aggressive with females, bro. That shit is weird. That shit is weird. That shit is hella weird. You eating rice out of bitches' assholes and shit. Wait, like, I understand, like, it's certain niggas out here. You a man. We all men. Understandable. But my nigga, at the same time, just because you a man doesn't mean you can get aggressive with a woman. That's weird, homie. Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit. Stop grabbing females. Stop touching these bitches. Just because they are a certain way or they do porn or whatever the case is, nigga, they still a fucking person at the end of the day. Stop. That's weird energy you giving off, bro. Stop doing that. And whoever's around you need to tell you, stop doing that. That's weird behavior, bro. That's rape. That's rapey behavior. Straight up. That is rape-y behavior, bro. Stop doing that shit. I'm not calling you a rapist, but that's rape-y behavior, bro. You get way too aggressive with women, my nigga. That shit is weird. Like, that whole energy, me personally, I wouldn't give a damn if Cmac was back on No Jumper, to be honest. Tiny could make that shit. He's more entertaining. The Wednesday show is dope. He got his own shit he doing on Saturdays where he interviewing people, and that shit is dope. I fuck with it. There is no lane for C-Mac. I wouldn't want to see C-Mac interviewing people because let's be real, he only really knows how to talk about himself. He doesn't know how to talk about different topics. He doesn't know how to talk about any other thing but 5-5 Crip and himself. That shit is only gonna go so far. Adam, it's funny because even Adam said that shit with YouTubers who be talking about them going to jail and shit like that, jail stories. Only that shit can only go so far. People gonna get tired of hearing that, so you gonna have to switch it up at some point. Like with 1090 Jake, shout out to him. He switched it up at some point. Same shit with C-Mac. Nigga, you gonna have to switch it up at some point. Just talking about yourself and 5-5 Crip all the time, my nigga. It's already, you may not see it, but it's already starting to dwindle out. It's already the flame on that shit is starting to get low because you need to change it up. You need to switch it up. Like I was saying, I don't want to hear you do interviews. I don't want to hear you interviewing people simply because it wouldn't be entertaining because somehow, some way you only gonna manage to talk about yourself. So it's not gonna be entertaining. So I don't want to hear you interviewing people. I really and truly don't care to see you doing interviews because you doing interviews, it just goes back to your whole, like, it's when people ask you questions, it's only so many questions people can ask you because you don't have, for one, you don't have nothing going on. So, like, nobody can ask you about business you got going on because you probably don't even know, because you probably don't even have anything going on. But if you do have something going on, you probably so not knowledgeable and of being on top of your business, you not thinking about it. So I don't know. Like I say, I wouldn't care if C-Mac was back on No Jumper because there's nothing there anymore. Just from a marketing standpoint, like it would be weird for Adam to have C-Mac still come on the show, because what money are you going to make from that? Like, I actually saw a comment, which is crazy. I saw a comment on YouTube on their Clips channel, and somebody said, "Oh, T-Rail is acting like a bitch. I personally don't care to see T-Rail on No Jumper. I feel like," no, he said Adam will have C-Mac still on the show because he's making more money off C-Mac than he is with T-Rail. Are you dumb? Remy Ma voice. Are you dumb? That's stupid. That makes no sense. Are you dumb? Nigga, what? T-Rail just got off of a live show. A live tape? The fuck are you talking about? T-Rail's interviews on Saturday. Guarantee you have generated, and there's only like 5 or 6 videos. Those 5 or 6 interviews he has on Saturdays, those I guarantee you are generating more money than any time C-Mac's face was on No Jumper. The fuck are you talking about? T-Rail became a permanent show host, became a permanent talent on the show because of the people. Because people seen his first episode was like, yeah, that nigga's funny. I fuck with that nigga. He need to be on the show more. Then bam, he was on the show more. Not nobody is saying that about C-Mac. Nobody saw C-Mac's first interview and was like, oh man, he needs to be on the show more often. As in, he needs to be an interviewer. He needs to have a seat on the podcast chair more often. Maybe that's what Adam was trying to do. But to be real, Adam, it's lost. It's a lost cause. It's a lost cause. At some point, he may change. At some point, he may get it right. But at this point, it's a lost cause. You kind of just have to let C-Mac do C-Mac. Like, you kind of just have to let that nigga do his own thing at this point. Hold up. Alright, my bad. Shit. Have to get that shit. My fault. But, like I was saying, man, there's nothing there anymore for C-Mac. Like, C-Mac is going to have to make a drastic change if he wants to continue on in this entertainment shit. For real. He's going to have to do something different. He's going to have to change it up. Because you just being C-Mac is not it anymore. Now, the YouTube thing, your YouTube channel, I feel like your YouTube channel is always going to bring in income for you simply because the people who are subscribed to your channel, those are real fans. Those are core fans. They're going to be there with you through thick and thin. So I'm not saying he's not ever going to make money from the entertainment business. Yeah, he's going to make money. But if he wants to make real money, if he wants to get put in those $1 million situations and start making M's instead of a couple 100,000 or a couple thousand, you want to start making a couple M's, you're going to have to change it up. You can't be C-Mac. You can't be C-Mac the Loke 5-5 Crip fuck all enemies. You're going to have to be C-Mac from 5-5 Crip that's willing to work with enemies. But at this point, you so deep into fuck all enemies, ain't nobody gonna want to work with you. Even if you was to remove the forehead tattoo, take all the eye busters you got off of you, my nigga. Even if you was to do all that, ain't nobody still gonna want to rock with you. Because you dug too big of a hole for yourself. You have no other real skill, no other real talent. Because like I said, the rapping ain't it. The music is trash. You can try to be a comedian. That will be your best bet, but you don't even want to work at that. The celebrity boxing thing, nobody wants to box you. And it's not because you'll whoop their ass, but it's because they know they're not going to make no real money. Your only opportunity to start like making money in the celebrity boxing thing was the shit you turned down. The shit that you fucked up. The situation, the deal that you fucked up by talking about another man's family and kids and busting his wife's ass cheeks open. Again, some more weird ass energy. Like, I don't know, man. Like I say, bro, it sucks. I would want C-Mac to achieve more in this shit and do more in this shit, but unfortunately, the way it's going, the way it's looking, you only gonna go so far, my nigga, and it sucks. It sucks. But yeah, speaking of that, my nigga, you see the merch. You see the merch, your favorite nobody merch. The link will be in the description. Go get some merch. Go get the tees. I got hoodies. I got all that. Smoke with me hoodies. Smoke with me tees. Your favorite nobody tees. Go fuck with me, man. Your favorite nobody. The link to the shop, to the merchandise will be in the description. Also, too, comment below, man. Comment below and what you think about this whole C-Mac no jumper situation. Do you think C-Mac will be a profitable talent on no jumper? Because if Adam was to bring C-Mac on the show and T-Rail was to leave, at that point Adam would have to make C-Mac a talent on the no jumper show. If not, you just lost money if he did that. So comment below, man. Do you think C-Mac should continue to be on no jumper? Because if he is, he will have to be a talent. Or do you not care to see C-Mac on no jumper? Because me personally, I don't care to see C-Mac on no jumper anymore. Hitting the vape for my people listening. Also, too, for my people listening on Anchor, go to my YouTube channel. If you want to see the visual, go to my YouTube channel, Him So High, and subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you're watching on YouTube, you do the same. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm bringing vibes to YouTube. That's what I'm bringing. I'm bringing vibes to YouTube. I am the vibe creator. I create the vibe. No matter where I'm at, I'm the vibe. I am the chill vibe that everybody wants to be around. You can feel the vibe through the camera. You can feel the vibe listening through your speaker. This is the Smoke With Me podcast. I am your host, Him So High. And we're going to continue to get hot. If you're smoking a blunt, if you're hitting a bong, if you're hitting your vape like I am, shout out to heavy hitters as well. Shout out to y'all. But if you're hitting the vape like me, no matter what utensil you use to smoke, as long as it's marijuana, we're smoking. This is the podcast for you. This is where we come to smoke. This is where we come to politic. This is where we come to bullshit. Speaking of politicking, speaking of bullshitting, these streets, it's getting crazy out here. These California streets are getting spooky, spooky, spooky. So if you are coming out here, make sure you link up with the right folks. Stay out the way. Keep your head down. Keep it on a swivel. Things is getting crazy out here. No matter where we go, shit is getting more and more wild. Almost as wild as old girl. What is her name? The Heard girl, Amber something? I don't know her name. The whole Johnny Depp trial case, bro. That whole case has been a fucking shit show. Literally. I don't know too much about this case. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know what these white people fighting about. All I know is, how does a woman, like again, I don't know her name, Amber Heard, think that's her name? I have a fucking laptop in front of me. Why don't I use it? Right? Let's see. Amber Heard. I believe that's her name. Amber Heard. That is her name. Amber Heard and um, Johnny Depp. Amber Heard is taking shits in people's beds and has the audacity to blame human shit on an animal. You know they can test feces, right, and see where it comes from. They can see where this big pile of human shit came from. They can see who it came out of. How the fuck did that just happen? Okay, was that supposed to happen? If anybody, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, how did the light just turn out? Okay, so I have a ring light. My ring light just went out, and I don't know why. I mean, oh, that's why the power just went off. Huh. Well, looks like everything is on. So let's. What the fuck just happened? Oh, that is too bright. That is too bright. We are going through this together, people. We are family. If you are listening, if you are watching, if you are subscribed to me, follow me on any social media, anything like that, we are family. So I am not embarrassed of having a fucked up situation here in front of my family. I love y'all. I fuck with y'all. I rock with y'all. So we are family. Everything's back to normal. Lights back on. Power's back on. Don't know what the fuck just happened. Yeah, that's weird. The elote woman is outside. For all my Mexicans out there, don't know if I said that right. If you are watching and I said that wrong, comment below. And yeah, let me know I said that wrong. Yeah, Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, woman taking shits inside of people's beds. And when I heard it, I initially thought that is some wild shit. That's crazy. Literally wild shit. But then I thought about it. And why do I feel like this isn't the first time a woman has shitted in a man's bed or a woman has shitted in another woman's bed. And the reason why I say this, women are emotional. We know this. Women are emotional. Imagine breaking a woman's heart or getting a woman upset to the point to where she takes a dookie in your bed. She drops a deuce, no alcohol, in your bed. You know how hurt somebody has to be? You know they say hurt people, right? Then what do they call a hurt person shitting in your bed? Because that's not hurting me. Maybe financially a little bit. You know, a couple $100 sheets or whatever. I'm Johnny Depp though, bitch. I can afford this. But that is the most wild, absurd shit I've ever heard in my life. But I know it's not the first time that has happened. It can't be. It can't be. It is women out here who are This is how I know this isn't the first time this has happened. Because I know dudes who have had Jordan collections and shit like that, and their girls, they get their female upset about whatever, and they fucking pee in their shoes or some shit. I know niggas like this. I know people who have had women pee or doo doo or even throw up. Fucking throw up. My homeboy, not gonna say his name, not gonna put his name out there like that. This, I was, oh shit, man. I wanna say I was like 16, 17. The homie, no, sorry, I was 16. No, 15. It was the summer, because my birthday's in July, so it was the summer that I turned 16, but I was 15 still. So I get a call from the homie. This nigga mad. He is pissed. He is like, yo, man, I'm about to kill this bitch. She got me fucked up. I'm about to do that. I'm like, bro, what happened? Imagine, when he calls me, I'm like had half-ass sleep because I was waking up, then I'll get on my phone and fall asleep, wake up, do it again. Like, so I kept waking up, falling asleep, waking up, falling asleep. So I was half ass up. I started lighting the blunt, and that's when he calls me. So you see how I am now. I'm a cool, laid back nigga. So I'm like, yo, nigga, what's wrong? It's funny now, but at the time that nigga was so mad, bro. I thought he was getting ready to like literally kill this girl. So he's telling me, yo, man, this bitch threw up. Hear me out. We get into an argument. I think the bitch found like condoms. First off, we're 16. The homie, no, 15. The homie is 16. His girl at the time, I think she was like 18. Little older. She didn't live. I grew up in a town called Desert Hot Springs. She didn't grow up. She didn't grow up, nor did she live in Desert Hot Springs. She grew up and lived a little more into the Coachella Valley Desert, think like Indio or some shit like that. So she had her own spot. Something happened to her parents to where she was her parents left her some money, but she wasn't able to access it until she got to a certain age. So when she got to that certain age, she was like financially stable and shit like that, real smart with money and shit. So she had her own little place, little bucket car she was driving and shit. She had the money. I think she was like saving it up really for college and all this other shit, right? Anyway, this nigga here says, yo, man, I wake up to this girl like slapping me and poking me all in the forehead and shit. She find a condom in his back pocket, like his pants pocket. And it was, I don't know if it was open or not, whatever. But find a condom in his back pocket. So he's saying she going off on him, pointing and all this other shit. So this nigga says, I left the house. He says, I left the house, come back. Now, here's the crazy shit. He was living with her, so he had some of his things there, right? He had, for some reason, this nigga, like, he went out, because I guess she didn't have a lot of pillowcases, because, it was just her. So this nigga go out, and at this time, we young niggas, but we doing all right. I'm not gonna say what we were doing, but we were doing all right financially. Doing better than most 15 and 16-year-olds. We'll say that. It was to a point to where niggas didn't even, we were getting in clubs without getting ID'd and shit. Because for one, we didn't look 15 and 16, and the money we had, we shouldn't have been having it at that age. So niggas wasn't even IDing us getting in the club. It was to that kind of shit, right? So This nigga said he bought a bunch of pillowcases and shit because she didn't have pillow. So he bought like a bunch of pillowcases, towels, and all this other shit because she was living there by herself. She didn't need all that shit, right? So he bought a bunch of shit, pots and pans, all kind of shit. Bought all kind of shit living with this bitch. This nigga, he was the kind of nigga he get with a female, he's with her. So this nigga says, yo, she threw up in all my pillowcases. So in my head, I'm like, what are you talking about? How did she throw up in all of your pillowcases? How does this woman have enough shit in her stomach? Because he said, I think it was like 5 or 6 pillowcases this nigga had bought, right? So I'm like, how does this bitch throw up in all of your shit, all of your pillowcases? This nigga said she threw up in one pillowcase. The throw up in that pillowcase, she was like pouring it like it's fucking Kool-Aid in all the other pillowcases. The pillowcase that she originally threw up in, she would take I think she like took all of those other pillowcases, did something with them to where she managed to get them all. So it was a bunch of pillows, like one pillowcase ball of throw up. Then she started grabbing like socks and shoes and other shit and throwing it in there. Then this bitch made like a closed throw up smoothie, swirled it around, threw this nigga shit out. This nigga said he got back to the house they was staying at together and said, nigga, she threw out all of my shit, but like most of my underwear, socks, pillowcases and shit, bitch had throw up all in it. So I say that to say these women, Amber Heard shitting in Johnny Depp's bed is not far, like it's not that crazy. It's crazy, but it's not crazy. Like, nigga, I've never, like, old girl throwing up in the homie shit. Like, that is some next level putting the nigga out type shit. Like you hear of niggas getting put out, having they stuff thrown out on the lawn and shit. Like I say, people have they shoes peed in and shit like that. But maybe I think old girl was just probably off. You know, like I say, she went through her shit with her parents and all this, losing them and all that other shit. So she was just, mine was probably just fucked up. But still, that's some cold shit. So a big ass pile of shit in the middle of somebody's bed, not that far fetched, yo. It's not that crazy to hear. Not that crazy to hear at all. But yeah, man. I think I'm gonna end it here. I don't want these podcasts to be too long. 20 minutes to an hour. It's fine. I'm not trying to go super over because, again, it is just me here by myself. Just talking about certain shit I care to talk about. So that's it for this episode. Episode 2 of the Smoke With Me podcast. Thank y'all for listening. If you're listening on Anchor, thank y'all for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on Anchor, go to the YouTube and watch the visuals. Subscribe to the channel. For the people on YouTube, if you're doing something and you don't have time to watch watch the podcast, download the Anchor app, follow the Smoke With Me podcast, and listen while you driving. Listen to the vibes of a nigga voice coming through the speakers. Nah, all right. Smoke with me, man. It's your favorite stoner. Him so high. Catch y'all next time. Wait. Make sure y'all stream the music. I'm dropping music all month of May. I'm dropping music every week of May. Every Friday of May, I'm dropping music, and it starts this Friday, depending on when you're listening to this. It starts this Friday. These Walls, new single, streaming everywhere. Go listen to it. Appreciate you. I love you. Smoke with me.